The owner of a Tulsa roofing company says he's not getting paid for some roofing jobs, and he blames one particular insurance company.
He's so fed up for his customers and his company, he was willing to tell Tulsa's investigative reporter Janet Clark all about it.
It's her FOX23 investigation.
And what a joke. We did this job May 31st.
Jonathan Spires owns the Tulsa roofing company, IT Roof Tech.
A homeowner calls you and they say what?
Hey, we had a storm come through. Can you come take a look at my roof?
They want you to come check to see if they have hail damage?
Correct.
Whenever we zoom in at 500 times...
He says with his high-tech equipment, it's easy to see and prove a storm-damaged roof.
When it hits, it's not a perfect, smooth surface. It's jagged, and when you can zoom in and you can see those actual spike hits, I mean, that's all the evidence you need.
Jonathan gives the substantiated claim to the customers, and they file with their insurance.
10 by 10 area, 10 plus hail hits.
He says the past 2 years, one company has caused him the most headaches, State Farm.
Of all the homeowners, how many of them would you say have State Farm coverage?
That's a huge piece of the pie, so the majority of all of our customers are State Farm.
According to the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, State Farm has the #1 market share for homeowners insurance in the United States.
How does State Farm differ than other companies?
State Farm is beyond any kind of norm. I mean, this is an everyday challenge and fight.
Jonathan said last year he had trouble with State Farm flat out denying claims.
It really irks me.
Jonathan says a customer who had been with State Farm for more than 60 years filed his first claim after a storm hit his home.
Completely ripped off the back half of the roof. All of the shingles were gone. Denied the claim. This man's 90 years old, not able-bodied. I've been with y'all since 1958. Declined the claim, and this is a slam dunk. I've got the impact report right here and all of the physical evidence of the loss. It's just crazy. And I mean, State Farm declining that. I'm actually kind of getting emotional about it.
Jonathan says he has encouraged some customers to sue,
which bid him righteously. I mean, we had numerous customers sue them and win.
Tulsa attorney Christopher Camp told me State Farm has a disproportionately high number of cases for denying claims in the past few years. He called them bad faith claims.
When you say bad faith, what do you mean?
An insurance company has an obligation to fully, fairly, and promptly investigate all claims. And there's several ways that they can fail to do that. They can unreasonably delay the handling of a claim. They can deny claims that they know are valid.
Jonathan thinks lately State Farm has switched tactics.
So you feel like it's changed?
Correct. This year they've rewritten the script and they go, okay, well, we'll approve it, but we're not going to really put any funds to it.
He says sometimes State Farm will pay in full, but other times they don't, and agree to cover the claim until it's time to pay.
We'll agree there's damage, but we're not going to pay the claim. They start citing, policy exclusions or whatever else, but it's all hocus pocus. The policy allows for it.
For instance,
so this is a good example.
Jonathan showed me the paperwork for a new roof he put on this year. Just the materials cost $16,000. State Farm initially only paid $11,000.
It's a direct loss. We get done with the job in May, we're still not paid. I mean, we're 6 months later trying to get paid. And so we can't keep employees, we can't keep anything. I didn't do this to lose $5,000. No.
He showed me several similar examples of when he lost money on jobs.
I don't understand why they're not paying the contractors. It's mind-blowing.
Jonathan says State Farm will pay for basic materials like shingles, but here's the sticking point. He says they won't pay for the add-ons that are required by law to bring a new roof up to code.
While you're looking at the specifications, you're going to look for 3 words: recommended, required, or must. Recommended doesn't have to be there. You can't make insurance pay for it. Required and must has to be done.
You're not talking about upgrades that homeowners want. You're talking about
required, yeah, these
items that have to be done.
That have to be done.
The requirements are set forth in this building code adopted by every single city in Oklahoma. A new roof has to meet that standard, as well as the shingle manufacturer's standard.
If we were to tear off a roof and it has to have new decking, and code compliance drove by, and we're not putting new decking on there, they would yellow tag that job and tell everybody to get off until we brought it up to code.
Right.
So why is State Farm declining to pay for decking? At this point, I'm not making statements, I'm asking legitimate questions.
Jonathan showed me an example of a claim to a different insurance company. The roof had additional cost because of required add-ons.
And they agreed and paid paid this claim very quickly.
Then he showed me a claim to State Farm, a roof with similar add-ons, but State Farm denied those add-ons.
Everything is the same code item-wise. This company's paying it. State Farm isn't paying for it. It's the same code.
This even happened with Jonathan's personal claim on his own house.
Your own roof where you live?
Correct.
And you had State Farm? Is it?
I have State Farm as well.
Jonathan isn't the only roofer complaining. This problem caught the attention of the Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner. In June, he sent this special notice to all insurers licensed in Oklahoma. It calls out some insurers for underpaying claims and says additional coverage for increased costs due to building code-related items should be applied. Jonathan says he repeatedly sends emails to State Farm asking them to pay for the coded add-ons.
We've been emailing for months. We've been completely silent. Snail mail, we got a return letter. They wouldn't even sign for it. They would do nothing. No communication whatsoever for months.
He even attaches the insurance commissioner's special notice to the emails.
It's not favorable to anybody. It's a joke. You have a piece of paper that means nothing.
I find the insurance coverage for Oklahoma homeowners to be out of balance. It's egregious.
I asked Attorney General Gettner Drummond about this.
So they've doubled the burden on the homeowner and the roofer. The roofing companies that go in and do good work for Oklahomans are not being fully remunerated by the insurance companies, who are using the excuse of nuances in their contract with the homeowner. And that's simply wrong.
Drummond says his office opened an investigation into this problem.
The insurance companies need to be held accountable. I'm committed to that.
I asked State Farm about roofing companies' complaints. State Farm said this in a statement. State Farm is committed to paying what we owe promptly, courteously, and efficiently. With every claim, we seek to provide our customers all benefits to which they are entitled within the terms of the insurance policy. We work with each customer on their claim to understand the facts of their loss, identify the damages and applicable coverage, and ultimately resolve their claim.
You've had the same problem again and again and again, and it's always with State Farm.
Always with State Farm.
Tell me why you wanted to talk to me about this.
We go out and we fulfill our due diligence, but then we're not compensated for it. In fact, we're treated like a private lender or a nonprofit that's not even going to break even this year if we don't get any kind of assistance.
In Tulsa, covering news that matters, Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Jana talked to the insurance commissioner on the phone. He said he sent out that special notice to insurers after receiving complaints about roofers getting underpaid on jobs, but he wouldn't name any specific insurance companies. He says complaints are kept confidential.
Jonathan told Jana his company started to get some responses from State Farm since he hired an attorney. He says in a few cases they have paid a portion of the underpaid claims. Jonathan says State Farm did eventually pay for the 90-year-old customer's roof after he put on pressure. Homeowners, you need to know this. If a roofer puts on a new roof and does not get paid in full, they can put a lien on your home until the bill is paid.
State Farm pointed Jana to the Insurance Information Institute. It's a nonprofit funded by insurance companies. The institute has been putting out warnings about some roofing companies for overcharging for roofs and for extra add-ons.
Keep in mind, insurance adjusters are in place to try to keep things like pricing in check.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email FOX23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.